I'm embarrassing my stepmother by telling our neighbor that her relationship is a product of an affair. My 16F birthday is soon. I want to celebrate with my mom and siblings on the actual day, but my dad asked if I could come over to his to celebrate my birthday, as well as his housewarming party. Anyway, I did not want to come. I'm not on good terms with my dad or his wife and new kids, but because of the custody arrangements, I have to spend some weekends with him. My stepmom is someone who is very eager to please everyone, and she loves to brag about her lifestyle. She just carries herself in an extremely condescending way. My parents divorced when I was 7, whilst my mom was going through chemotherapy for stage 3 breast cancer. My dad had an affair when my mom was in hospital, and he said it was due to the stress of having to look after us, and that he needed some female comfort, whatever the hell that means. They tried to make things work after the affair, but they never could since my dad wouldn't stop seeing my now stepmom, who was my mom's co-worker. This was the biggest betrayal. My mom worked in a small business. Everyone was like family, and her co-workers visited us often, and used to bring us goodie bags. My stepmom was one of them. They've been married for 9 years now, and I have never been able to have a relationship with them. So during the housewarming event, one of the neighbors approached me and asked how I feel about having a stepmom and blended family. She was asking me cause her daughter, who is in a similar age range to me, struggles with it. I just flat out told her that I don't view them as family because their affair broke any relationship. She was visibly shocked, and my stepmom was bright red and was stuttering, saying that there was no overlap and that I was young and confused. She proceeded to lock herself up in her room crying, and when the party was over, my dad screamed at me, saying that I'm so hard to love and that I'm so bitter. I told him that I feel the same way. I tried to act like it didn't hurt me, but I'm so upset that my own father would say this to me. I always knew he loves his new family more than me, but I didn't expect him to say it outright. My stepmom said that if I come over, she would no longer spend weekends with him and will take the kids away. My dad is on the phone with my mom asking if it would be fine if I no longer come over. My stepmom is now refusing to leave the house, saying she's humiliated and can no longer show her face around the neighborhood, which is quiet, close-knit. So do you guys think I'm the AH? I know what I did was wrong, but what they did was 100 times worse. Just looking for an objective opinion. Funny, I stuck by my wife with her stage 4 with 3 daughters and never thought once about cheating. Sorry, your dad is such a weak asshole. How do people even have the energy to cheat in situations like this, let alone the inclination? He was presumed working full-time, paying the bills and ferrying his wife back and forth for chemo and raising his 7-year-old daughter during such a traumatic time, and somehow found the energy to go and find a mistress. And to me, you were asked an honest question and gave an honest answer. Maybe they shouldn't have had an affair if she's that embarrassed by it coming out. And yeah, dad and step aren't too bright, are they? Forcing a 16 years old to skip their birthday party to be at their housewarming with all the skeletons in the closet. A box of hand grenades would have been less dangerous. You gave them both exactly what they deserve. NTA, your father is the AH, who cheat on someone with cancer, and with someone with such close proximity. He didn't even have the decency, if you would call it that, to do his deed away from home. NTA, and I definitely would have told side piece mom stop crying. She knew what she was doing. I can't believe your father would speak to you that way. You're a child at the end of the day. For him to tell you that you're hard to love and bitter is disgusting. I would tell him, I'm only a mirror of the love that you've shown me, or something along those lines, just so that he knows as the adult, it's his responsibility to do the work in your relationship. It's not your responsibility to get your father to like you. It's your father's responsibility to earn back your trust and respect. Now you know where your dad's loyalties lie. You should leave flyers with specific in the neighborhood. How she was a janky, two-faced co-worker of your mom, and how it happened while your mom had cancer. There is nothing worse than suffering the consequences for one's actions for these people. Sounds like they haven't suffered at all for what they've done.